10 pitfalls to avoid when buying a new home here in Central PA in 2025 or beyond. My name is Josh Schoenly. I'm with eXp Realty. I'm a licensed real estate agent and realtor here in Enola, Pennsylvania, and we service Cumberland County, Dauphin County, Perry County, York County, and the surrounding cities and areas. This presentation and information could save you thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, plus a great deal of time and frustration. I want to get right into it, keep this short and sweet, and give you the information as promised, 10 pitfalls. So, number one, don't put the cart before the horse. You should consult a professional first. And by professional, a licensed real estate agent. You probably want to interview 2 or 3 and get recommendations from other friends, family, coworkers, etc., that have already gone through the process. You also want to consult a professional on the mortgage and financing side. And if you have a financial advisor or someone that helps you with the finances, probably want to chat with them as well. Get your ducks in a row before you go out and put a lot of time and effort into figuring out what neighborhood, etc., because if it doesn't fit into your bigger picture financially, if you can't qualify for the price range, etc., you might be wasting your time and just create a bunch of hassle and frustration for yourself. Number 2, buyer beware. Here's what I mean by that. You need to understand representation. And specifically, this ties into number 1, you want to have representation with someone, with a buyer agent who has your best interests in mind, who is and has to put your fiduciary or financial best practices above all else. When you go and meet with representatives of builders at different communities, you need to understand that they represent the builder, the seller's best interest. You want someone on your side to negotiate, someone on your side to make sure during the construction process that things are going as planned, someone who can point out things to question or get more information about, and who just generally speaking has your best interests in mind financially and otherwise. So understand that and make sure that you are represented. This could be, and for most of you, is the biggest financial investment you will make, maybe in your entire life. And so going it alone can be very foolhardy and could cost you thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. Number 3, not all builders are created equal. There are national builders, there are regional and local builders, and then there are more local custom builders. They're not all created equal. You need to do your research and work with your selected representation, your buyer agent, the real estate agent or realtor of choice that you're working with to help with this process, to vet these different builders. Look at reviews, look at other communities. Are they a national builder? Are they a more local builder? What is their reputation? What is their regionally or nationally? And what's their reputation locally here? There's many right answers to this, but just understand that just not all doctors, not all lawyers, not all real estate agents or realtors are created equal. Not all builders are either. Number 4, make sure you understand the whole story of the neighborhood and the community that you're considering for your new home. How long will the construction last? What amenities are close by? What amenities are going to be or are planned for the future? How will these either future projects, future construction, commercial, all consider the entire story and understand how that may affect your current value of the property and your future value of the property, because this is a massive investment and you want to make sure that you understand everything that could go into it. The worst thing that could happen for you is you realize 3, 6, 9, 12 months, 2, 3, 4 years down the road that because you didn't understand the whole story, you're now in a unbearable situation for one reason or another. Number 5, make sure you look under the hood at all of the different variables and understand construction best practices of the builder. Make sure you check out some currently under construction properties and completed projects so you can see what do they do during the construction process? How meticulous are they during that process? And what does a finished project look like for you, right? So look under the hood. Understand what are the ongoing costs. What is the planned HOA fees and costs? What are the taxes? And what's the trend with the taxes? For example, I just saw last night, Dauphin County just approved its first tax increase in many years. That's the good news. The bad news is the increase is over 20%. So understand what are all of the mitigating factors that may impact your costs and your quality of living in that community, in that area, both short-term and long-term. Number 6, choose your options carefully. What I mean by options are the updates and upgrades that you choose to make to the home. We recommend our clients, when we're representing them as their buyer agent of choice, we recommend that they focus their options and upgrade choices on things that will impact the value of the property, both short-term and long-term. Now, that's not to say that we can't ever make or choose maybe some things that are a little frivolous, let's say, or may not directly translate to resale value, okay? But for those major updates and upgrades, you want to make sure that will have a positive impact on your future resale value. So, for example, expanding the square footage of the property, or do I want to upgrade for a 3-car garage versus a 2-car garage? Do I want to upgrade to a finished basement on the property? Do I want to upgrade to have a little bit higher end kitchen or a more open kitchen, right? So just choose those options and upgrades carefully during the process, and also understand that many builders are going to charge you a significant premium on some of these upgrades and options that you might be able to make later on after you've been in the home at a fraction of that cost, okay? So you've got to weigh those very carefully when you're thinking about buying a new construction home here in central Pennsylvania. Number 7, negotiate. Now, let's be honest. For the last few years, low inventory, low interest rates, very much a seller's market, and builders are sellers as well. It was more difficult to negotiate during those times, but we are now in more of a balanced market and trending towards more of a buyer's market, which means you as a buyer, when you are looking to buy a new home here in central Pennsylvania, Cumberland Valley, Susquehanna Valley area, Dauphin County, Cumberland County, Perry County, York County, etc., you have the ability to negotiate. You might be able to negotiate a discount on upgrades and options. As we talked about in number 6, you might be able to negotiate for seller help, or for the builder to pay to buy down the interest rate on your mortgage so that your monthly payment is lower. There are any number of ways and strategies for negotiating to get you the best deal, which is just another reason why you want proper representation. You want someone negotiating on your behalf, not somebody whose best interest is that seller or that builder. Number 8, consider resale value. Not just on the options and upgrades that you're choosing, but also when you're choosing the lot that you want your home on. Is this a premium lot? Is it a premium location that will have extra demand if or when that time comes to sell? Now, you may be buying this new home here in central PA thinking that this is your forever home, but let's face it, things can change. Circumstances can change. And so you should at least consider the resale value when you're making your selections of the lot, the floor plan, the options and updates and upgrades. And one other consideration is you don't necessarily want to be the most expensive home in the neighborhood. You are better off being in the middle or on the lower end of that price range and value, because when it comes to that resale value, it means you've got more demand and more likelihood of getting the desired end result there, okay? So while you may think that you're buying your forever home here with us in central Pennsylvania, you still should consider resale value when making those choices. Now, number 9, details. The devil is in the details. You want to make sure that you understand all of the details of the process. And also, as I already mentioned, what are the proposed HOA restrictions and costs. And as I already hit on, what are future construction plans, whether it be residential or commercial nearby? Consider all of the factors as it relates to you and your family, and just make sure that you're making the right choice, because again, it's a big investment when you proceed with building a new construction home or buying a new construction home anywhere, but especially here in central Pennsylvania. Number 10, make sure you explore all financing options. Explore all financing options. Now, what I didn't mention at the very beginning of this is not only am I a licensed real estate agent with eXp Realty, but I am also a licensed loan originator with Nexa Mortgage, and I've got a mortgage team that we'd be happy to explore these options depending on the price range. You may be able to explore FHA. You might be able to explore VA, depending on the geography where you're buying the home. USDA financing might be an option. There might be unique conventional financing options. Maybe you want to buy your own lot and work with a custom builder to build your dream home. We have a number of one-time close construction loan options that you should consider. The point here is that you should explore and get all of the details on all the possible financing options, because this one alone could mean that it could cost you thousands or tens of thousands, or you could save thousands or even tens of thousands by exploring those options and finding the best fit for what you're trying to do. Now, if you're ready to get started, if you are interested in buying a new construction home or building your dream home here in central Pennsylvania, here are your next best steps. You can schedule a time for us to chat, and we'll help you create a plan. We can walk you through these 10 pitfalls to avoid and help you with the representation. We can help you explore the different financing options. We can negotiate on your behalf. We can make sure that we're going through all of the details, and we're reviewing the HOA and the future plans for the community, et cetera, et cetera. There's no cost or obligation for us to chat and work with you to help create a plan for you. You can schedule a time at josh15.com, or you can email me, josh.schoenly@exprealty.com, or you can just call or text me at 717-571-0456. You can also scan the QR code on the screen right now. That'll take you to a page where you can connect with me, check out our socials, check out reviews, more information, details, etc. Thanks for checking this out. I hope you got value from this presentation on 10 pitfalls to avoid when buying a brand new home here in central Pennsylvania.